Hi guys, Alex here with her second video. I'm not going to be doing them this regularly from now on. I'm going to be aiming for at least once a week. I was thinking about doing another video to get my channel up and going properly. I considered doing a review, but it's only one review, so I'll type that up and post it on my website, which will be linked below. So I thought I'd do my to-read pile, and it's not my complete to-read pile because that is ridiculous, even just the books I own and haven't read. But these are the books I'm planning to read in the next month, maybe 2 months, hopefully this month. It's not complete. There will be 1 or 2 more books added in, which will be my book club books, so they'll get priority. But for now, these are what I'm going to aim to read in February once I finish Feed by Myra Grant. First up is An Ember in the Ashes, which I'm sure I don't need to talk about because everyone seems to know about it. Looks very interesting. I picked it for my book bingo, which most of these books are chosen for that matter. Next is The Doomsday Book by Connis Willis. When Curvin Ingle travels back through time to complete a doctoral thesis due to an accident, she lands in the middle of the Black Plague in 1348. Meanwhile, in the Oxford she left behind is laid low by a mysterious strain of influenza, with no one willing to risk arranging her rescue. Time is running out. So that looks very interesting. Next up is then Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. This is one of my book club books. Before the beginning there was nothing, no earth, no heavens, no stars, no sky, only the mist world, formless and shapeless, and the fire world are always burning. The great Norse myths, which have inspired so much modern fiction, are dazzlingly retold by Neil Gaiman. So that looks, I love Norse mythology, and that's even without my obsession with the Marvel movies. So I'm very much looking forward to reading that. Next is another book bingo one, which is Unfinished Tales by J.R.R. Tolkien. I've owned this for quite some time and never read it. It's further tales that expand the Silmarillion and Lord of the Rings, so that will be interesting. Next up is actually a double book. It's also another book bingo. As I said, most of these are. It's The Cossacks and then Haji Murat by Leo Tolstoy. Classics, I am counting it as one book for my book bingo, just because it is physically one book. But I've always enjoyed Tolstoy, so I'm looking forward to reading that one. Next one was also for a book bingo, but it's a reread. It's The Rook by Daniel O'Malley, which is he's an Australian author. It's kind of a supernatural mystery FBI type of book. So begins, Dear You, the body you are wearing used to be mine. So begins the letter of my Fawny Thomas is holding when she awakes in a London park surrounded by corpses, all wearing latex gloves and startled expressions. With no memory of who she is or how she got there, the only way she can discover her identity and escape those who want to destroy her is to follow the instructions in a series of letters left behind by her former self. She learns that she is a rook, a high-level operative in the Cheke, a secret government agency that protects the world against supernatural threats while keeping the populace in the dark. In her quest to save herself and unmask a traitor, my Fawny must learn to harness her own rare, potentially deadly supernatural ability and thwart a conspiracy more vast than she could have ever imagined. So that's a really good book. I love it. Next after that is the sequel to The Rook, which is why I chose to read that one. The Cheke, a centuries-old covert organisation that protects Britain from the supernatural threats. The Grafters, a century-old supernatural threat. After centuries of rivalry and bloodshed, two secret and otherworldly organisations, the Cheke and the Grafters are on the verge of joining forces, and only one person has the supernatural skills and the bureaucratic finesse to get the job done, my Fawny Thomas. But as a wave of gruesome atrocities sweep London, ingrained paranoia's flare, old hatreds ignite and negotiations grind to a halt. It is up to my Fawny to find the culprits before they trigger a devastating all-out supernatural war between reluctant allies. Next is also a book bingo. These all are. My Story by Julia Gillard. I always loved her when she was Prime Minister, and I quite respect her. This has been on my bookshelf for quite some time, and I really should get around to reading it, so I've chosen it for the autobiography of someone I love. And finally is The Secrets of Tarmore Manor by Matthew Lang. He's a friend of mine, and I have owned this for so many years and never read it, unfortunately. After a mysterious package arrives on his doorstep, Jake starts having strange dreams. When he falls asleep, he finds himself in a dilapidated English manor inhabited by a number of ghosts who believe he can free them from their eternal existence. But when the Lord of the Manor appears in Jake's living room, Jake finds himself facing some very difficult questions. What should he do about the attraction between him and this turn-of-the-century living ghost? Why is someone trying to kill them in their dreams? And what should he wear to the upcoming Halloween party? So that sounds a lot of fun. Good. Anyway, those are my to read pile for the next month, hopefully. May go into March because I'm going away for a little while, but I do have some time, so we'll see how I go. Anyway, if you've read any of them, let me know what you think, and I look forward to talking to you guys more. And as always, remember to subscribe, like, all my links, website, Twitter, Instagram, all of that will be down below. Thank you. Bye.